Remember that thing turns off a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to figure out the lighting.
It's
a
not
button.
that. It's the your screen time. Your change
Screen
the
time,
screen
yeah.
time. So we're gonna fix it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, they have a new Facebook thing that alerts you on your lives.
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon. Good early evening to those in the East Coast, and good late afternoon to those in the West Coast, and good morning to those in East Asia. I wanted to talk again about voting. I know that we all cast our ballots early, and if we haven't, we will cast our ballots on the day of the election. I see it's tightening up, and that's a cause for alarm for those who care about all the issues that we talk about. Most people who get on this podcast, and today is not the podcast, just the Instagram Live, Facebook Live, most of us care about women's reproductive rights. We care about health care. We care about equal high quality education. We care about the polarization of this country, the separation that has been prominent. You know, the hate, even the left wing angry at the right wing and the right wing angry at the left wing, and no one listening. We care about that. There are so many issues that are central and front to this election that we must do the work if we want to change it. If we want to change it, you know, we can continue. We also care about COVID prevention. I was talking the last time I was on about how I can just go down the block and get a test for $7, and if it doesn't come out good, I can get the swab test for another $7, which takes 24 hours to get the result. The rapid test takes 7 minutes, 10 minutes. So these things that are happening in America are, in my opinion, from lack of leadership. And I want to always, and I always say my opinion because who knows? I mean, I have so many friends, and listen to this, people say, I can't fuck with people who are Trump supporters. I have so many friends who are Trump supporters. People who are voting their interests. Mostly they're not black. But there's some black here and other places who are also voting for Trump. But the fact is, if you care about the things I talk about, I mean, equal high quality education and pulling yourself out of poverty or pulling others out of poverty, and if you care about the general well-being of the planet, and if you care about the rampant abuse of our government by corporations, including the factory farming industry, including the gun industry, including the prison industrial complex, if you care about these things, we're probably better off with Democrats. We got to push them too. But we're better off with Democrats. And there's a huge difference today between the Republican agenda and the Democratic agenda. There's no question. And as a black person or as an underserved community member, and I don't feel so underserved. I was a young kid, I had a hit record, I got rich. I didn't even step foot in a bank. So I've been privileged and given lots of shit, but I will never vote my interests as I sit today. The things that I have today I don't take for granted. They're good for giving away. They're good for the philanthropic, social, and political measures that I care about, which is the benefit of all other beings. So I vote for the things that will help to uplift the least of us. And all of us who don't have it. And this idea that we can become great Americans or rich. We're already great. Rich Americans because America allows us and affords us this opportunity. That is slipping away or slipped away. There's a caste system developing. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And the chance for people to rise up in America is not what it should be. Not what we talked about.
You see what happened in North Carolina where, just like in the 60s, black folks were going to the poll, but they were marching to the poll.
Black folks were marching to the poll in North Carolina. Brother Gary's here.
And then what police did, they pepper sprayed them and all that shit.
Black folks marching to the polls in North Carolina with pepper sprayed?
And they were sprayed
in North Carolina.
And pepper spray,
Yeah, see, it's, we live in a very polarized, separate community.
But it's the president that is promoting this.
It's the president that is promoting this. Gary doesn't like this idea. I always say, people have the right to have an opinion. They can vote their interest. Gary's like, fuck them. We want
Trump gotta go.
Trump gotta go. Period. Right? There's no
Put another Republican, but he gotta go.
another Republican next time, but he gotta go.
He gotta go.
He gotta go. Well, the separation of people. That's why I always said I asked people who think they're who are great teachers of spirituality. How can you read scripture and allow this to happen? How could you not be political? Just having a physical body, you become political. If you care about the well-being of others, there's a political agenda that you choose, that you believe will uplift others. You can't just walk away from politics. A lot of preachers have told me, I'm a religious man, I don't do political shit. Well, that's not possible.
Just beg people to vote, Russell. Please.
People vote.
Please, just
beg them.
Beg them to vote.
Please vote.
It's so important.
Please vote.
It's so important. Trump won the last time by 5,000, 6,000,
6,000 votes in one place, 10,000 in another. Yeah, just by minimal amounts of voting.
And when you look at it, there were.
Let's get some input from other people.
Yeah, we got to get him out.
Let's see what other people are saying.
Let's get him out, man.
Let's got to get him out. Got to get him out.
He got to go.
All right. Go live with spinning. Is it? That's whenever our people don't come in, shit doesn't work. Press it. See that. It's a whole bunch of people trying to check in today. See who this person is. What does it say on Facebook?
Hello there.
Hi,
What's wrong?
sis. How are
Hello
you?
there. Can't see.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, can you see me?
I can see you.
Oh, it says we're having trouble loading this video, probably because of stuff that I commented on the last time you were on.
Well, what's up?
Nothing.
Well, what do you think about the election? You are voting, right?
I think I did vote already.
Well,
I'm disabled.
Oh,
She's disabled.
well, if you're disabled, if you have any pre-existing health conditions or any problems, we have to be careful to make sure that we get a government in that cares about us.
I'm not Trump.
Well, I know, my baby sis. I just wanted you to repeat that. Well, I'm glad you voted.
I got a sign him. I got the Black Panther sign. I'm
She really
protesting
does have bad reception.
from my window.
Well, I'm glad you voted. Next time,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were going to say?
I said I'm protesting from my picture window.
That's good. Your heart and your intention is much greater than your effort. So long as your intention is there, then God sees you. Favors you over those people running around taking credit for little bits of work. It's the people whose intention are high that God favors. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Let's go to the next one.
So, Russell,
There's
a big yard sale on Tuesday.
a yard sale on Tuesday?
At 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. What do we have?
There's a big yard sale there.
Big yard sale.
Everything must go.
No, that's what you just did, huh? No?
No, I don't think so. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is selling shit? What do you mean?
No. He got to go. He's the yard sale.
Oh, he's the yard sale. I'm getting rid of Trump on Tuesday. What's up? Hey, sis.
Hello, Mr. Simmons. How are you?
Oh, God bless you. I'm good. Very lucky.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for accepting my invite. What are we talking about tonight?
Voting.
Oh,
did you vote?
Been there, done that. Oh, about a month ago.
I didn't come in. My kids were here for a month. So I didn't come in, but I sent my ballot to the Jakarta, which is the capital of Indonesia, and they sent it in, and my vote has been in for a while, a long while.
So
I was going to have to fly back
sitting on it.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
no
want
sense in sitting on it. I said, we know what we got to do here. Let's just get it done. And as soon as I got my ballot, it was gone the same day.
Good for you.
Gone the same day.
People they don't act like they realize, what's at stake. I mean, reproductive rights, only people going to be affected by that is poor people and black people and others who may not have access to all of the crooked shit that would go on if there was some kind of abortion ban. And then we got the health care, which we already struggle with. Obamacare ain't shit, but it's way better than what we had.
So much better. Coming from working at a nonprofit that actually didn't have the insurance I was somebody that it made a difference for back when it was enacted. So we didn't have the insurance, but through the Obamacare, they had to offer us some sort of insurance. So back in the day, that was super beneficial to me, and thank goodness for elevation and being able to be in a better spot right now. But just starting out, that was something that I needed.
One thing all the angry left-wing people are doing is pushing, kind of middle of the road Joe Biden and Kamala to expand that, to make that more effective. And so I think they'll be able to get that done. I mean, the rest of the world has health care. Why is America lacking? But we do have some, and they haven't gotten rid of it, and we can make it better. And that's what we're going to do after Tuesday.
Exactly.
So thank you so much. I'm glad you voted.
No problem.
And I'm glad to see your face.
And
you
real
have a beautiful
quick, I want to
face.
share with you too that thank you for always promoting veganism. I've been vegan for a month now, and it's been amazing for my health, for my wellness. So I just did a post about it. I know it's World Vegan Day, and I'm so excited.
Oh
It's
my
been
God, is it
amazing. It's
World
been a
Vegan
great
Day?
journey. It is.
Brother Gag, put this behind me, please, because we're supposed to be talking about. They can't see it. You can pick it up. Well, yes. God whispered in my ear two things when I came here. And I've been back and forth to America 10 times, right? I opened an office in New York. I opened an office in LA. But at 63, I fell in love with here. My kids just left here. They were here a month. Put that shit back there. God whispered in my ear that I have to continue. I pushed Jay-Z, Beyonce. I pushed everyone. Early on, for 20 years, I've been talking about going vegan. Whether the suffering of the animals, the destruction of the planet will not survive. And
Absolutely.
The carcinogens and the heart disease and the hypertension and even dementia and almost everything that causes sickness in us and a pre-existing health condition that we're dying from is from our diet. So I try to promote a new lifestyle. And that's I guess one of my final chapter missions is that I push this, that it's okay to shift and that we can save the planet and each other.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm trying to do. So thank you for bringing that up. Yes. All right, sis. What's your name?
Sure. Amber.
What's your name? Thank you, Amber.
Amber,
many blessings to you. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. All right, let's go to the next one, Gary. Because we got to go to class soon. See, Amber said about, I almost forgot. We got to eat to live. I mean, look, I'm not keeping on this money. This money goes to charity. My part always goes to charity in my book. Oh, Bella Angel. So this idea of shifting away from abuse of the 200 billion animals that are made to be born into suffering, it's important. And we can push the Democrats to fight back just a little bit against the factory farming industry. And the factory farming people, their job is to invest in alternative forms of meat that will not destroy the planet, that will not destroy the rainforests that have to be rebuilt, that will not destroy or cause cancer in the body and cause sickness. It's their job to find new ways to continue to build their corporations into a new world and a new earth that is safer and healthier. Bella Angel can't come on for some reason. She's not picking up. Next for Gary. Gary, next. Bella Angel, we know from America. She's beautiful. Oh, she won't pick up.
It's a signal sometimes.
You think it might have been a signal? Mm-hmm. There she is. Hey! How are you?
Hi.
What's
Hi.
Up? How are you,
Hi.
Angel?
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
What's up?
What I wanted to bring up is I am a Black Republican.
Okay.
I was going to vote for Trump. I actually believed in Trump when he said that he was going to come to Chicago and help stop the violence. And I was very disappointed when he didn't come to Chicago and do what he said.
A lot of black people didn't want to do
I
that.
grew up in Chicago, and Chicago was never as bad as it is now.
That's
I
right.
love my city. I'm an activist. The current mayor there now, it seems like she doesn't care about the city. So that's why I'm not a Democrat. But I'm very disappointed in Trump. And it seems like I
Well,
have
let me
no
let me
choice but to vote Democrat.
let me defend Trump. Black people didn't want him in Chicago because of the heavy hand of the police.
But that's not what stopped him from
Well,
going.
no,
He didn't
that's black
fulfill his
people, the
promise.
government, the
He
city
didn't-
government, the
he
state
didn't-
government, they didn't want him there.
No, but he did not fulfill his promise. Every other, he went into to Missouri. Even when they said don't come, he went in there, right?
He went in there, but Gary, this
He
not,
could have gone.
Gary, listen, sister, you have a right to be conservative on many
She didn't
points.
vote for Trump.
I know that she didn't vote for Trump. I know you didn't vote for Trump.
No,
But
no.
but I got it. But listen, but being a black Republican is a courageous thing. Stop. Fuck that. I'm just same thing I was telling Charlemagne, who was also pointing out some of the flaws. At this last minute, they say don't point out the flaws of Democrats, period. Just get him out, right? It really is a march to get him out, because if it were Mitt Romney or something, we wouldn't, you might have a candidate that wasn't racist, that worked on health care, that did other things. And so, and conservatism, if I woke up tomorrow morning and I said I didn't believe in abortion, I would get killed. I mean, I don't mind. I've been killed my whole life. Or if I woke up and said that I believed in guns, or if I woke up and said, there's a list of things we have to believe in or we're in trouble. I don't believe in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that we should be ruled by gang mentality. But I do have, I can't deny that I agree with all 18 things in the gang box for the left-wing gang. I do believe everybody should have equal high-quality education in every district, and we should not be based on where we pay our taxes. That every school district should be equal. I do believe that everybody should have equal high-quality health care, or have your own programs as they have opted out. I believe in it. I believe I can get a list of all the things. I do believe that the prison industrial complex, which the Democrats are paid by them too, but the prison industrial complex targets blacks and has taken advantage of the black community and created a new Jim Crow-like situation. I do believe in almost all the things the left wing believes in. But I understand how people can think differently. And I respect people who think differently. And I respect also the power of a black Republican to stand up and say, I don't believe those things. Because this is what America's about. But I'm begging you, and I appreciate you saying, to vote to get Trump out. And I would love to see, for me,
Yes.
a Senate and a Congress that would allow the Democrats to protect a lot of the things, including women's reproductive rights, because I believe in them. I believe it's up to women to choose. I was watching Dave Chappelle last night, and this nigga said the funniest thing. He said, you have the right to choose. It's your body, your choice. Then he said, it's my money, my choice. Which, it was funny. I didn't think about it that much, but it was just a funny thought. No, of course women should have the right to choose.
Uncle
What do you
Rush,
think?
can I ask you a question? Why do you
Yes.
think the mayor of Chicago is ignoring the crime there? Why do you think she's
I
just
don't think
ignoring
they're
it and
ignoring
not
the
doing
crime. They just
anything
don't know
about
what
it?
to do about it. It's rampant. I have peacekeepers in Chicago, which we had all these barbershop talks, and we had this whole community come together. And I've worked all over the country on the violence. It's been one of my things that I've done all over the country for a very long time, something called peacekeepers, and also in specific other programs that are run in different parts of the country, including Chicago. I've invested, and Rushcard really was an investor in many of these programs. So I really believe that the violence in our community has to be addressed through programs, and not just more policing and Trump sending in troops and all. I don't believe that's it. I believe through education and opportunity. I'm not a punishment person. As a yogi,
Right.
I say, and everybody gets mad at me, like, I'm not a punishment person. I believe in education. I believe in opportunity. I believe that God gives each of us a moral compass that we just have to be pointed towards. And then when we act in accordance with God's laws, we are happier and healthier. And then we continue. We do the shit religiously because it feels good. Selfishly, we do good. So we have to give people the moral, to give them their connection from self. And when we know the self, we know God, and we know God, we know good and the collective, and we support good. So we should educate people about who they are and what their opportunities are and what will make them feel good. Just like getting off the diet thing. Once you stop, you feel better. You know, once you stop,
Okay.
you know, I used to eat pig feet and all this shit and get so dizzy and fall asleep. Then I wake up and smoke a whole bunch of weed and take a bunch of drugs and get sick again. But always it made an empty mind. And the empty mind is the key, is the goal for everyone. We're all here trying to get clarity, those seconds of presence that promote happiness. All of us are here for that purpose. And so when we get seconds of presence, whether it's through a new car or rampant sex or some craziness, we feel God. So we're here to find God, and we're here to find more seconds of God's consciousness, which people get robbing banks too in a second of presence. But by good work and by healthy work, we have a lasting, stable connection to God and goodness.
Yes.
So that's just my, not my philosophy. That's written in all the scripture in different ways, but certainly in yogic scripture, it's central. Anyway, I got to move on. Thank you so much, and I respect you, and I'm glad you're voting against Trump anyway. Thank you.
I'm not a dumb Republican.
I'm not a dumb Republican. There we go. Thank you. God bless you.
George Bush like that.
George Bush likes
You're
her.
welcome. God bless you too.
She said, I'm not a dumb Republican. I'm just a black.
That's a new tagline.
Not dumb. We have to stop.
No.
Checkpoint. Get my nigga checkpoint.
No, she's not a dumb Republican. That's very important.
Yeah.
Push people to the poll. There are a lot of
Go
people
to the poll.
still who haven't decided to go vote yet. They need to go vote.
Oh, and there are too many black men. My man,
Oh.
Mr. Checkpoint.
What up?
What up?
Yo, what's this
What up?
book, man?
What's this
Eat to
last
Live?
huh? Oh, yeah.
What's up with the
Oh,
book?
you know that. You're vegan.
Dude,
You're vegan,
I'm
right?
vegan because I'm vegan and I look at you and you keep getting younger.
I'm older than a motherfucker. So thank you. Let me tell the listeners, the viewers, who this man is. This is Mr. Checkpoint, who is an avid supporter of promoting freedom for people who are abused by police and of watching the police. Yes, this thing, ATP, always, AFTP, always film the police. And go to his
Always
Mr.
film.
underscore Checkpoint, Mr. Checkpoint underscore, and look at what he's put up over the years. He's always been there to promote our rights so that we know to watch the police so that they're not abusive. And he's been in and out of jail. He's been a supporter. He's been an activist. And he's such a powerful person. All the celebrities follow him so we can repost the stories that he puts up. Gary, this is falling and that's falling. Look at the angles.
Yo,
It's all
thank you
good.
for all you do, but I can't wait. I need a book. When does it come out and where do we get it?
The book comes out
Pre-order.
December 22nd. You can pre-order it now. And then we're going to have a program, 3 sets of programs. One is a little bit more high-end. You get your blood test done. You get your work done. You find out what you need. And you go on a 21-day cleanse and cleaning up so you can start a new life and a new set of lifestyle choices. A reboot.
It's a reboot.
A reboot. But then there's another one
Reboot.
that's a reboot.
I
It's
love
a little
that.
less expensive. And there's another one that you just can go 3-day fast, and then you can do things that are all just on the website and on the thing, and you do it on your own, and that's free. And the book is meant to give you a guide. It's not only about your diet, but of course it talks about how your diabetes is caused by food, how your heart disease is caused by food, how your hypertension is caused by food, how your dementia is caused by food. Like that you can reverse or you can change the cause of your health and your happiness through diet. But then it also talks about putting circulation in the body. You know, we got to do yoga or something every day. We have to do circulation. How meditation, when the mind is calm, it teaches you how to meditate. When the mind is calm, then when stillness sets in, your body heals itself. It talks about the need for sleep and how to make sure you sleep better. It talks about everything that you should start doing more regularly. And as you do it regularly, it becomes routine. And it's not a whole bunch of, here's the thing people talk about a lot. They talk a lot about all of the resilience, or what's the word, the discipline. It's not discipline. It becomes routine.
Because for me, I know for you, I think you went overnight, right? You went vegan pretty much overnight.
Yeah.
For me, I did it slowly, but it wasn't disciplined because I don't have an appetite for beef jerky. I don't have an appetite for the burger. So if I don't have an appetite for it, I don't crave it. It's actually pretty easy. That happened to me not overnight, but like a course of a year where I wanted it less and less. And when I would have it, I'd be like, I'd rather not,
That's why I said you start to like what's good for you.
So it become natural.
Yeah, and
like
also it's
what's
such a
good.
great journey. There's so much good shit to eat. Well, you're in LA. It's very easy for you. But for everybody.
It's easy, but it's expensive.
No, my book, we have so many recipes. Brother Gary made some of them.
Let me see Brother Gary.
Say what up to my man.
What up?
Wow.
Did you vote?
Did
you vote?
Bro.
I miss you. Make
I'm
sure you
voting
vote.
early. Yes, sir.
All them niggas unchecked to vote.
Wait, didn't he also drag people to the polls?
Well, he's supposed to.
Well, yeah, he's an activist. He didn't
I'm
just
doing
vote.
that. I'm encouraging everyone to vote. Everyone should vote.
Okay.
Always vote.
Film the vote. Film the vote.
I'm voting against Jackie Lacey in the local election in LA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's paying attention.
Hey, how do I order? We pre-order on Amazon or what?
Go on his Instagram and
go on my Instagram and you can pre-order right there.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. Thank you, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mr. Checkpoint. Thank you for all the work you've been doing for years, and how when police brutality became a central issue, you were like, yeah, and it's like, let me tell you something. It's like being for me as a vegan for all of these years, it's like I'm in a horror movie. I'm watching the destruction of the planet, the suffering of the animals, and the poisoning of our bodies. And I'm like, here's the monster in the horror movie. Everybody's laughing at me. What the fuck are you laughing at? Like, what are y'all laughing at? This is the monster, right? And so now veganism is becoming a little bit more popular. You were saying police are brutalizing people of color everywhere. What's wrong with y'all? Look, here's the proof. Here's the proof. And then suddenly it becomes this national discussion, and you're in the center of it. And you see people are waking up, and you feel a little bit relieved. Thank you for being a catalyst for the shift. We have to, when we get Democrats in office, here's another thing we don't talk about, police accountability. When we get them in office, the police crime bill, it's somewhere in the bottom of the bill, there's something about prosecutors.
It will shift.
It will shift to the top of the bill. They're scared.
No.
Even our Democrats.
We got to apply, the people have to apply pressure. People have to apply pressure.
But the idea of bringing, if the vice president will make it happen, the prosecutors must be free from the politics that separate them from doing their job. That's what we want.
Absolutely.
All these individual cases, okay, it's great to protest them, but you have to get to the root cause. The root cause is that the prosecutors will not indict bad police. When they do, police will start training each other. They'll start watching each other. They'll change what they do, because now you'll have a prosecutor whose job it is to put them in jail when they break the law. And then you'll have a more safe police force. A more just police force. Because the rampant misbehavior will stop. So thank you, Mr. Checkpoint. I'll see you soon, big bro.
I'll
be in LA probably December before I take my kids on vacation. I love you. Let's go next. Mr. Checkpoint.
The original Checkpoint.
The original Mr. Checkpoint. That's Craig Noble. Oh, shit. Okay, next one. Craig Nobles. You seen that?
He's on one top.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
How you? I'm doing good.
I'm all right. Long time.
Long time.
Great.
What's going on today?
I'm chilling. I wanted to ask you, for the people who are considering, like, they're saying that Kamala has the history of putting black people in jail you know, on the
She's a
West Coast. How do
prosecutor.
you, huh?
How do I rectify it? I was talking to Charlemagne this morning about that.
Right.
Her record, they said that she was the most progressive amongst the group at the time.
Uh-huh.
And prosecutors, that's their job, put people in jail. I'm not suggesting it's good. I'm saying that she was the most progressive in her space, and
Right.
she understood but did what prosecutors do.
But she supported the reform.
She supported the reform,
she and Corey has legislation now.
and she and Cory
Senate.
Booker have legislation in the Senate
now that will aid and help.
Yes, I
aid
think it's
her.
very important for people to hear that.
Yeah, her and Joe
You know,
Biden,
'cause
they
a lot
all
of
was involved
people-
in the bullshit. They were all involved in the
Yeah.
bullshit. You have to understand, so was all the Black Congress. You have to understand, everybody but Reverend Jackson supported some of those bills. They were like, clean up the street. Black people were complaining about crime, and Black Congress supported all of these horrible bills, not every one of them, but most of them.
They have legislation to
And now they have all
Yo,
the legislation to reverse that, and they're going to do it.
And they're doing it. Obama did a lot.
But that's a good question.
So look,
It's a very good question.
Right. Actually, so my brother here, he just peeked in. Hey, lower there. My brother just peeked in. He's actually a lawyer. He's a senior attorney here. He works for New York State. And he's dealing with like rent, like tenants and all that, like a lot of the slumlords out here. But I'm understanding, like, even him in his position, working in that government position, it's like, it's so much. Obviously, we come from the Bronx, and we want to do so much in the community. And he's in the inner workings, and like, I feel like Kamala, like he does probably often, it's like, damn, well, it's my job versus the people I really, you know, am passionate about helping. And so how to get around pushing those envelopes, you know what I mean? A smokescreen kind of scenario.
Here's the thing.
To grow
I say
in
this
that
to
system.
yogis. Let me give you an example, which is an analogy in a way. People say, I want to, you know, I need a job. And they're a vegan. They end up in a steakhouse. God gives you, you know, a chance to be a little better and help others be a little better at every moment. So if you're in a steakhouse, you offer the vegan options. You say, oh, did you try the mushroom burger? Did you try the Beyond Burger we have here? Steakhouse, like in LA, they got Beyond Burgers and shit, right? You just do what you can.
It's a process.
It's a process.
Right.
You can't always, you know, Ahimsa, when they say non-harming as the first tenet of the 5 yamas in yoga, non-harming. The way to do the least harm is just that, the least amount of harm. You're living in a human body. You compromise airspace when you breathe. I mean, you have to just do the best you can. So if you're a prosecutor and you see something unjust, try to shift it. Try to use your voice. But you have to be political. Everybody is born political. They say they're not. They are. You have to have some politics in order to help the collective. So do the best you can.
And that's my whole thing. Yeah, that's what I understand. It's like everybody says, well, if you want to come in and make an impact on the system, you actually have to get inside and do the work from the inside out, right? And that's
a
what
lot of people have to get inside. Can't give up. You can't give up.
We can't give up.
You know? What you have. Okay, I got to keep it moving.
And another thing I want to tell you right quick. Wait, right quick before we bounce. Congrats on the book. You know, it's amazing stuff. I can't wait to get on my pre-order now. But I've been trading recently, learning. I've been taking this quarantine time to learn how to trade bonds and stocks. And I just want to say that, like, from that, you know, people can learn how to day trade from home.
I put a little money in this one, but I don't even invest much stock. But I put some money in Beyond Meat. Oh my God! And I've been looking to invest in other people who are changing the planet. And I believe that there's going to be a shift, because I know without this shift we won't survive. If we continue to abuse animals and the planet the way we are, we won't survive. So I got to get ready. Let me go to the next one. It's a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much.
All right, Unc, love you. Brother Gary, love you, man.
Love
Take care.
Respect, brother.
All right.
So what he's talking about, doing the best you can. We can't.
But remember,
there's no absolute.
They're all human.
Where's the bishop?
Yes, one.
No, the bishop says bishop. That's okay, though. You've already pressed that. We'll get bishop next time. Yeah. So, yeah, do the best you can. You can't ahimsa, non-harming, doesn't mean it's not absolute. It's the first. There's ahimsa, non-harming, satya, non-lying, and staya,
Uncle
non-stealing.
Rush.
Do the best you can. What's going on, big bro?
What's up, man? Long time. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Still breathing. What's up?
Hey, man. First of all, congratulations on the book. I just pre-ordered it. You know, I'm gonna tune in.
We're gonna
I
do a
want to talk
program
about.
together. There's one free
Huh?
program. There's one where you get blood tests and all that, but you can do a program to reboot your life. Because we're gonna do it
Okay.
together in January. The book will hit you at your house in December, but then the program will begin in the middle of or a couple days into January. We haven't picked a date. There'll be a website. There'll be a whole program set up for all the people who want to start a new set of habits. A 21-day program.
Okay. The Power of Now, man. I read it twice, and bro, the manifestation's been crazy. I want to say like the past couple months that we haven't talked, it's been like instant gratification without even like, how do I say this, strain a lot, you know? And you know, I wanted to say like, because I know you one of the ones that always recommend The Power of Now, and I wanted to say thank you.
I gave that book to Oprah. Nobody ever heard that book. I gave it to her, and then she made it very famous, and he became a great author. The book, The Power of Now, taught me what yoga meant, because yoga is the cessation of the fluctuation of mind. Now, what the fuck is that? I had read that in the scripture, and I kind of understood, but then when Eckhart Tolle talked about specifically the car accident, it was the first time I saw what presence and awareness looked like in my mind. And I understood that when I was in the zone in basketball, and the ball went in the rim every time, and I was purely focused, then that is what they mean by now. So being here now was understood better by reading that book. I understood what yogis refer to as the state of yoga, or Christ consciousness, or nirvana. And the book, The Power of Now, was a great catalyst for me.
Yes, great book. And also, too, man, I wanted to say, how do you feel about the election? Who do you think is ahead right now, and who, and
we gotta vote. I keep bringing back the same discussion.
Take nothing for granted.
Take nothing for granted. You gotta vote. And yes, you gotta vote. You know, they say, oh, you know, yogis are politics. No, I must vote, and I must vote for Joe Biden just based on what Scripture promises me. And the Constitution talks about equality, and it talks about, and also our whole tenet of taking care of others, giving others what we want for ourselves. There's too much in Scripture that tell me that what they're doing in the Republican Party at this moment is hurtful to God's law and promises. Period.
And it's reversing back on what we came through.
It's reversing all the work we've done to become more.
The civil rights movement is being.
Man, you know, I'm Haitian. I was born in Haiti, and it's like seeing so many people. I know so many people that got fucked over ICE, and they've been here since they were like little kids, you know, and you know, it's like one of the biggest issues that people are not paying attention to, like the immigration issue here. That's going on. Is kids being stripped away from their parents, and I feel like this election is like one of the most important elections.
We have to vote. We gotta vote.
Yes.
Thank you so much, big bro. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
I'm gonna start doing these more often, so I'll see you soon.
Gotta tell them, just vote.
Just vote, everybody. Who that?
This is the time. Vote. Just
it was Brenda.
Brenda.
That's our sister.
We're gonna vote. Gotta go.
Huh?
Gotta wrap up.
I gotta wrap up soon too. Let me see who comes up.
Vote, Russel, vote.
Vote. Stop saying it.
No, that shit
vote.
That shit in North Carolina. I saw that shit.
In North Carolina, crazy.
But they did. That's like
all they would do is marching to the poll and they sprayed. That's like 100 years ago.
Alabama, right?
Like Selma, Alabama. They shit they're doing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There is a really the polarization in this country is beyond anything. Get Bishop this time, please. There we go.
And the president is the one that is promoting it, and he's not doing anything against it. He's promoting it. He's instigating.
Promoting hate.
He's telling you, stand by.
If he win, I'm going to white out.
What's going on, Russ?
Bishop, what's up?
Not much, man. How you been?
We ain't going there. It's possible we could lose.
How you been?
Possible. How you doing, brother? That's why we got to vote. What are you doing, Bishop? What's up, man? Good.
Not much, man. Sitting back watching this game, man. Watching this football. You know, I'm ready for this election stuff to kind of blow over a little bit. But yes, I did vote. Yes, I voted. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting for everything just to fall through. And I just hope whoever gets elected, you know, they do the right thing, and we hold them accountable for all their actions. You know what I mean? Because we are big. We are some of the biggest consumers in the world as a collective, as people. So if we're consuming our money, we should be entitled to what they should do in America, in this
Vote
country.
and stand by. Vote and stand by. Stand by.
Well, vote and stand by, as Trump said, stand by. Listen, we got to make them accountable. I talked about the police reform bill when the Democrats all get in office, when they have the Congress, the Senate, and everything else. We got to go to the bottom of the bill where it says prosecutors will be free from politics so they can prosecute bad cops. That's the most important issue, is when you get the legal issue, like when you get segregation to be ended legally and you force kids in school, then schools become integrated. But you had to get the law. You had to get the Civil Rights Act passed. You had to get these legal things and systematic changes done. And the systematic change when we talk about police brutality is to get them prosecuted. And that's in the Democrats' bill. And when we get them in office, we have to force them to do it or they won't do the shit, because police unions got a foot up their ass just like they do the Republicans. Maybe not as bad, but police unions control our politicians. And so we're going to have to get them to do the right thing. Once it's public, the politicians will do the people's will. But if we don't discuss it, it won't get done. So, like you said, we're the people. We have to force them to do the right thing. Nice to see you, Bishop. I'm going to take one more and I'm going to get out of here. Let's talk some more.
Okay, bless.
You know, it's the first time you're going to have a vice president that's a prosecutor. So at the end of the day, she shall.
First time we're going to have a vice president who's a prosecutor.
So she will have a greater understanding.
Adrian.
A greater understanding.
No, okay, that's all right. Let's get that first.
A greater understanding.
Brenda. I want to get Adrian, but I got Brendan's head.
We got to go.
Okay, I got to go. What time is it?
8:25.
All right, I got 5 minutes. Let's go change and put on my. Waiting for.
Kamala will.
I know, yeah.
She
the
was
first time we've had a
black,
prosecutor.
she will champion the black because she and Corey had a bill in the Senate.
She and Cory Booker have a bill in the Senate.
She will push through it, and there's going to be some more blacks coming in to help push it from Georgia.
Is Georgia going to win?
Georgia, South Carolina. That guy's going to beat Lindsey Graham.
If that guy beats Lindsey Graham, he's
going to beat the shit out of Lindsey Graham.
There's a lot of quiet Trump supporters. We got to be very careful.
Listen, that's why black folks got to get out of it.
Secret ass Trump supporters. I got so many friends who are afraid to admit they're Trump supporters. They're greedy. They're rich. And not that many rich people in America. It's horrible.
They're selfish.
They're selfish, right? I know Jews who say they care about Israel so much. That they care about Israel so much that that's what they vote for Trump. I said, but don't you think he's anti-Semite?
Brandon.
Fell again. Yeah, that's somebody else beats by somebody. But there's a lot of supporters, lots of supporters who scared to admit it because they don't. Race is not their only issue. They don't, like he said, it's not a deal breaker, right? It's not a deal. They believe the economy that he inherited from. He inherited his economy.
He inherited Obama
economy, but they also gave corporations. That's why we don't really see the economy growing.
Out of the stimulus, he gave
the corporations so much,
over $400 billion.
So the stock market looks okay, but that's not.
And give folks $1,200.
They forget the stock market is not their market. Stock market's all the way up. Yeah, because they've given the corporations so many breaks and so much support.
We got to vote. Get him out.
Last one. We got to vote. That's what we're talking about today.
Get him
what
out.
Does it say?
Tomorrow we host a voting countdown, a voting special.
There's so many people. I wish there was a way to. Well, when we do the podcast, we have to get a way to film the questions from Facebook people.
It will. Facebook was going to be very interactive. Let's do this
one. Interactive.
Let's do this one.
I'll go Russ.
What up, big bro?
What's happening?
Tomorrow morning. What's up?
I'm not making no noise, man. I'm out.
Smiley tomorrow. Huh?
I'm young entrepreneur out of DC. Teddy's Eddies, that's my brand. I make edibles, man. Vote? I'm healing.
Did you vote? Did you vote?
I voted. Yeah, I voted. Yes, I did. I definitely voted.
What's
hold
what?
on. I got proof. I got proof somewhere around here.
Don't show me your ballot.
Hold up.
I think it's illegal.
I definitely bought. I bought it.
Good for you, bro. What's going on today? What is it? What's the science?
Yo, I was just wondering, man. So I started this edible company, man. I'm doing gummy bears, ice cream, juice, exotics, all that, and I was just, my clientele is like doctors, military guys. It's weird. I'm pulling
Let me
up at
tell you something.
hospitals.
I want to say something. Maybe it's a lane for you because you're an entrepreneur. I'm investing in all of these, well, only a few so far, but I'm looking to invest in more of the plant-based and alternative, vegan, healthier food products. And I live in vegan Disneyland. I mean, I'm back and forth to LA a lot, but not lately. You fuckers are fucked up over there. We don't have much COVID here anyway. But
Yo, I'm in DC. I'm in DC. I'm in DC. I know I'm a small fish in LA, but I'm fucking up DC and the whole DMV East
but
Coast
let me
right
just
now.
finish my
I'm
point.
buzzing.
Let me just make this. Let me make this
Yes, sir.
suggestion.
Yes, sir.
I got an ice cream place down the block called Mad Pops, and another one called Tookies. And they make coconut ice cream.
Wow.
They make chocolate
Wow.
swirl, vanilla, almond, coconut. They make flavors like, cashew nut and pecan and butter pecan. They make all of that out of coconut. And it's amazing, and it's healthy, and it's the future. So if you look into how can you, as an entrepreneur, get involved in that next transformation that must happen or the planet will die. If you can teach people not to put dairy is fucking horrible. When you read my book, it's not meant to scare you, but there's a little bit in the middle of the book that just tells you about all of the sickness that we get from eating all of the animal products. There's a little bit in there. Not super rich. Oh, I see you got my books. Look he's got. He's got a Success Through Stillness. But, bro, the next book, this one, talks specifically about heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and it talks about how the animal products are hurtful and the number one cause in most cases of dementia, of all of these things. And so now the world is learning that. And on top of that, the number one cause of global warming is also the animal product. Cows farting and the abuse. Not only are they the number one cause of global warming from farting, they're also destroying the ozone and everything else. And not only the ozone, they're taking all the rainforests, which we have to clean the world. All the stuff we have that's being destroyed, almost all of it is ill affected by our thirst for eating poison that causes our cancer. So we have to shift. So as an entrepreneur, look at that space, even if it's only for yourself growth. As a businessman, there's money in making animal products or alternative to animal products. So think about that. I got to go to class. God bless you, bro. And vote. You voted.
Yes, sir. God bless you. Thank you.
Drag somebody to the poll.
I'm grabbing them all. Chocolate City, baby.
That means the God in me sees the God in you. Thank you. All right. This is the last one. Is it 8:40 yet? Oh, this is it. Listen. You can pre-order the book by checking on my bio on Instagram. But the book will begin. It'll be in your homes in early December or mid-December. And then in January, there'll be a website up that will give you many programs or options. The website hopefully will get up sooner than that, so you can decide if you want to speak to a doctor 3 or 4 times a week and you want to get your blood tested because you can get your blood tested everywhere and find out what you're deficient in and what's the best reboot for you. But there's a basic reboot that everybody can participate in that will be there as well. We'll do 21 days and clean up our lives and build healthier, safer habits, which is what we have to do if we want to live beyond and in this pandemic. We are dying because of the pre-existing health conditions that we have. That's why we're dying. And we need to reverse or protect against these health conditions. We need to be healthy and live a happier, healthier life, and that's what I'm promoting. God bless you all. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you.
Vote.
And vote.
Get up in the morning and go
Get
vote.
up in the morning and vote if you haven't already. Thank you.